Hey, up next on the MARR Army Rock Show, no stranger to the show, we've got our good friend Dawn Body here with us. Dawn, the vocalist of New Jersey band New Day Dawn. She's got new music out and a cool new show on the schedule. So, Dawn, welcome back to the show.
Hey, I'm happy to be back to the show. How you guys doing?
We've been doing great. It's been a little bit since we saw you. I think last time we saw you were out on a boat somewhere. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But so first, hey, tell us all about the brand new single.
So the brand new single, "The Broken," is a advanced sneak peek at the new album that we're working on, which I hope will be out by the end of the summer. We're inching closer and closer to finishing it. But yeah, the song is a little bit of a departure for us. I don't know if it's a departure. It's maybe like kind of the next step, I think, in our evolution in terms of sound. I was sort of inspired by all of the debates and the divisiveness that was going on throughout the elections, and that sort of continued to go on in our country. And, I feel like in the end, as we fight and we're not coming together as a nation, the people that really suffer are, the broken. I mean, the ones that need our help the most. And that's what that song's about. It's just about saying that, like, I stand in solidarity with everyone that needs a champion, that needs somebody to stand up for them and for whatever it is that, they're fighting for.
So you mentioned you were working on another record. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Who are you working with this time?
So, it's funny. I've kind of come full circle. Back, I may have told you this before, but back, a decade ago, my husband and I were in a band called Slush Puppy. And Slush Puppy was, band started in our garage, and we did everything very DIY, and worked with other bands and recorded stuff, in an apartment and an attic and things like that. And then when New Day Dawn came together, our first record, we did the same thing. We recorded it ourselves up in my attic. And then the other record, the second record, we sort of took things to the next level. We worked with Chris Henderson from 3 Doors Down, went down to his studio in Nashville, worked with John Moyer from Disturbed, went up to a really nice studio in Philadelphia, and we kind of got a taste of working on, with some great people and on some really heavy-duty equipment. But, the technology has come so far, and a good friend of mine who's been friends since back in the day of Slush Puppy, he's got a little recording studio in his house, and he said, what, I've been wanting to work with you guys for so long, just give me a chance. Like, I know I'm nobody famous or anything, but, I know you, I've listened to your voice, and I understand the way you write and the way you guys sound, and I've been, watching you, Dawn, for like 20 years. So give me a chance. And I said, all right, let's do it. And so we worked on one song together, and we just worked so well together. So his name is Charles Baranski. He has a little company called Rival Sound. He used to be in a band back in the day called Downstage, and now he's in a new band called, they haven't even played their first gig yet. I think they're called Jaxes. And it's, everybody's saying it's like the best sounding stuff we've ever done. So I'm really happy to sort of be co-producing it and working with Charlie. And literally he brings over his little laptop and we record it to the cloud. Like, he doesn't even bring a hard drive. We're not even recording anything to some big, super powerful computer. We're literally using the cloud. It's unbelievable, but it's great.
Yeah, it's really taking production to a whole new level, I guess you'd say, with the advent of technology these days. That's amazing that's going on like that. So
yeah, it's totally amazing, and we've recorded at my house, we've recorded at his house, we've recorded, we have a little place down in Point Pleasant. We recorded there. I mean, it's sort of like wherever is convenient, and it's I think what it's doing is it's making my voice very comfortable, because there's a lot of pressure that I think is off of me, and I think that's kind of coming through in the tunes, too.
So one of the reasons I wanted to get you on, we're going to see you June 23rd at a big show at the Chameleon Club, so why don't you tell folks about that show?
Yay! We're playing with one of my favorite bands, and I know one of your favorite bands otherwise. They've been on hiatus for a little bit, I think, sort of reorganizing their lineup and working on a new record, and And not only is Otherwise one of our favorite bands, but the Chameleon Club is one of our favorite venues, and it's where you and I met, right? You and Miss MARR and I, you guys saw us there for the first time probably 5 years ago now.
Yeah, I think it's been a good 5 or more years, yeah.
Yeah, and so we saw Otherwise was coming through, and we reached out to the Chameleon Club, and wasn't quite sure if we were going to be on the show or not, but they said, yeah, okay, why don't you guys come on board. So that is June 23rd, Friday night at the Chameleon Club in Lancaster, PA. Not quite sure the order of the bands. Obviously, Otherwise is the headliner, and I think Through Fire is on that bill too, along with Ignite the Fire, another band that you guys know and are friends with, which I think we've played with them once in Maryland. It's the band that I'm thinking of, and I really like them. Their lead singer's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's a great lineup. Yeah, absolutely. And Through Fire.
It's going to be good.
Gosh, Through Fire's just taken off, man. Those guys have exploded on the scene, and have been really enjoying watching them as well. So, hey, so what else is new with the band? What else is in the works? So you're working on a record. You got some shows. Any other shows coming up in the near future? Or what's the summer hold for you guys?
Yeah, actually, well, we have a show this coming Saturday, June 17th at Dingbatz in Clifton, New Jersey. We're playing with a band I think you're familiar with called Kill Code.
Yep, we've had them on the show.
They're out in New York. They're friends of ours. Michelle Firetag has a promotion and management company called MM Productions, and every year she holds her sort of annual birthday bash at Dingbatz, and she's good friends with Kill Code too, so they're headlining this year, and it's us and Empire Fallen, another band from Jersey, Anthems for Autumn, it's another female-fronted band from Jersey, and then a band called 10 Ton Mojo that are out of New York City as well. So that should be a fun show and a good lineup. We're actually going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be a three-piece at that show.
Oh, wow.
Me on guitar and singing, and then, Ella on bass and Gary on drums. We are going through a bit of a lineup change. Actually, PJ, our guitar player, who's been our longtime guitar player for, the 10 years this band's been together, he's getting married next month. He took a new job, and he and his soon-to-be wife are actually in a band together. So there was just a lot on his plate, and while he probably will still be playing some shows with us here and there because we're such good friends, and, it's kind of hard to just make a complete break. We are looking to switch up guitar players. In fact, the guitar player that's going to be with us at Chameleon is Steve Sooks, who you saw with us when we opened for Otherwise in Rhode Island.
Oh,
Remember, we had a fill-in guitar player, so he's actually playing with us now.
So
whether or not he is a permanent member, we're not quite sure. We're sort of dating. We're at the dating stage right now.
So we told folks all about the big Otherwise show coming up and the new music. I just wanted you to kind of reflect back on Shiprocked a little bit. I barely saw you on the boat because there's 3,000 people running around that thing. But how'd you enjoy the Shiprocked experience?
It's it was absolutely amazing. It's what everyone says it is, I had been sort of following Shiprocked and what people have said about it and been part of the Shiprocked Facebook group for years before Gary and I actually went on the cruise. It was great. I think for me it was a little bittersweet because, it just made me want to play that much more. It's just can I get on stage somewhere? And, but it's kind of not my style to sort of beg the other bands to let me up and sing. I mean, I am a bit of a showboat, but
you're not the only musician to say that on that boat, by the way. There's musicians walking all around that boat thinking, how do I do this?
Yeah, well, that's what it is. Look, the Shiprock family is so inviting. They're so encouraging and supportive, of the bands that they love. And when they love you, they follow you, off the boat to wherever it is that you're going. And that love and that support is definitely infectious. And, there were some great female, I have to say, there were definitely some great female talent on that ship. So I wasn't feeling sometimes I feel at these big festivals there's not enough, female rock represented. But there was some great, the Dead were amazing. I loved them. Stitched Apart was phenomenal. She's a great singer. What's the other band? Through the Fire. There's too many fire bands.
Letters from the Fire was there, I believe.
Letters from the Fire, yeah. Well. They were great too. And, so it was fun. I mean, Gary and I were definitely exhausted by the end. I don't know how you guys do every show and wake up early, and
it's a commitment, but it's a fun commitment. I'll say that much about it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely fun, and we will probably be doing one again. I'd like to think the next time I get on the ship, though, I'd love to be playing, even if it's just like one of the little shows,
Well, we'll certainly hope that happens for you. And, hey, I'm looking forward to the show, June 23rd, Chameleon Club with Otherwise, Through Fire, and Ignite the Fire. All bands you've heard on this show before, as well as New Day Dawn. It's, to quote, Otherwise will be kind of full circle because we'll be seeing you at the club where we met you a long time ago and became friends ever since. So, Dawn from New Day Dawn, check out her new single. It's out right now, their new single called The Broken, and be sure to check them out at all the shows they're going to. So, Dawn, thanks a lot for being back on the show again.
My pleasure, anytime, and just want to also say that I'm so super psyched to see all the success that you guys have. I mean, it seems like your fans grow all the time. You're able to get access to sort of better and better artists, and you guys are just kicking ass. So thank you, and congratulations, and, we need you guys to keep out there and help keep the rock scene alive. And what was the phrase?
Changing the world through rock and roll.
Changing the world through rock and roll. I mean, I told you the quote. I can't even remember it. But, yeah, you guys do it. And you do it every day. And you represent all of us so well. So thank you.
Oh, thanks. That's really nice of you to say, Dawn. Thanks again for being here.